Hello everyone, welcome to this week's AdvocateHub class on community. Hope you're all doing well.
My name is Les Vanderkop, I'm a support magician here.
And I'm Alice, also a support magician, but support magician intern. So if you sign up on the class I read my bio, remember Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, that's me. So today's agenda for the class will be briefly talking about what community is and its function. Then we'll actually have a demo which will show you all the features that our community offers. Since many questions that we got from the challenge was asking us, what are some best practices or ways to get advocates involved. So a huge section of our class will be telling you some of the best practices, cool stuff that other admins are doing, and providing you with some awesome examples. And at the end of class, we'll answer any questions that we haven't addressed throughout our class. And please feel free to send us your questions in the chat room, and we'll hopefully get that answered.
So what is community? A lot of you might know that before we did kind of have somewhat of a community, but it was a single forum page with very limited features. And now we've introduced, based on your feedback, much more fully fledged out option where you can create multiple forums. You can set it to be private or public, and you can also have a lot of segmentation and targeting within those forums to manage participation. And finally, it also has full hub integration with challenges, rewards, badges, and that's all stuff that Alice will be talking about. So what can community do? Most importantly, it can mobilize, reward, and recognize your advocates to maintain their activity, and will allow you to keep content fresh inside your community based on their feedback. It will allow you to discover and nurture future advocates from inside and outside the community because of the fact that you can have it public. And also you can keep advocates and members coming back by participating in interesting discussions that are relevant to them. So we'll just go straight into a demo just to show you guys what can be done. So as an advocate, one of the first things you can do is insert lots of media and embed lots of things from anywhere from images to GIFs, links, anything that you want. And you can see this bar right here. There's buttons to insert videos, all the things that I mentioned. You can also have threading where you can basically have a main topic and then individual topics as well. So if somebody responded to the main topic, which is just posting cute penguins, and then somebody made another post, I can just comment on this particular post to start a conversation with this particular advocate. Also, you can follow and unfollow posts. So when I go to the main page, if I click on this star here, I can follow the post, and anytime that somebody's going to be posting in here, if I posted a reply, I can make sure that I'm following it. And just as well, I can unfollow the post. So just to show you what that might look like, if I was on another page in the hub and I was inside, I would see this little black notification with a link inside of it, which will allow me to easily go to that post. And it'll also be in this notification here for me. So that's the advocate side. Alice can now walk through a little bit of what you can do as an admin.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about what admins can do. And same thing, going to do some demos to show you all the features. So first off, if you have a really important post that's time sensitive, you can make use of the pinning function, which you can pin a topic, and that post will move to the very top and will stay there. So in this little setting wheel here, there is pin this topic. As soon as you press it, that topic will go right to the top. And in that little setting wheel, you can also lock this topic, which I'll be going into deeper later. And you can edit this post anytime you want and delete this post. And also, as an admin, you have the ability to edit other people's posts. So if you, as an admin, if you see other customers, advocates that are posting some improvement stuff or something that you wanted to edit, you can also do that by clicking on the setting wheel on their comments, and you can edit or delete. And right now, so when you have a lot of advocates engaged within your community, and you might find that a lot of topics are very similar to each other, so those posts can start to be repetitive. So to clean things up, you can essentially close all topics and relate them to new ones by merging topics. So that was the function I was talking about. You can lock the old topics and relink them to the new topics. Here's how you do it. So right now in fun time, I have two topics that are really similar. So check out those cute penguins. Another topic is penguin walking. And that's the old topic. You want to link to the new one. Go into the old topic, select setting wheel, lock this topic. And as soon as you hit lock this topic, a little pop-up window shows up. And just click lock. And when you click lock, you can link to a related topic. So that's there already. Click it, save, and it will show that this topic is now closed and shows the related topic, which if advocate gets into this old post, they can easily go into the new post and comment from there. And in the new topic, you can also see related topics. A few things to remember in merging a topic is that you can only merge topics that are in the same forum on the left-hand side, and your locked topic will remain visible in the community, and any comment that was added before the topic will still be locked, will still be visible, and you can close several topics that have them linked to the same related topics. Another one that as an admin you can do is in settings, community, you can create different forms that better segmentates your target market. And you can create different forms such as general, for employees, fun time, because that's what I have here. And for the segmentation, we'll go into deeper when we talk about best practices. And one last talk. And just
go back to the.
And we're just going to go back to the PowerPoint. Okay. So let's get right into the core part of this course, which is best practices, which is a lot of people asking what are some best practices admins can do, and we'll show you a lot of cool stuff that other admins are doing. First off, you can create a challenge with a stage that has replied to a community topic, which really engage your advocate. They want to complete the challenge and can get points by replying to a community topic. So once you publish the challenge will direct the advocate to the topic. They will automatically get that points rewarded to the advocate once they reply to the community topics. And things to remember when you have a stage with reply to a community topic is that be careful about setting how many points to give to the advocate, because if you're giving a lot of points, advocate might just have one word response or 2 words response just to get the points. So think about how many points you want to get to the advocate. And in addition to connecting challenge to community reply, you can also reward badges based on their community engagement. So on the picture here, I have if the advocate have received 10 replies with 10 likes on the reply, they can get a badge. So other badges we can create, such as receive a topic like, reply to a topic, comment on a topic, left a comment. So just really ideas that you can create that really really engage the advocate. And generally, to keep yourself as an admin on task and on track, I really encourage you to set goals related to community, such as community. You can set how many topics were created, how many replies were generated, so you can really better manage your community. You can see how many topics were generated and to see if you're on track. and to get your advocate engaged. Final point is maintaining activities. So one great suggestion that I have that we are already doing in our VIP Hub is that to have someone to manage and maintain your community activities. So to have someone in your team who can regularly go on the community to check if there's any topic that hasn't got a response to. So maybe your customers ask a question and no one really knows how to answer, hasn't got a response. Maybe have someone that regularly go on it, they can respond, or they can direct someone who can respond so your advocate doesn't feel left out when they post something in the community.
So something to make that easier is a Zapier integration that we offer. We have an article on how to set that up, but it would basically allow you to create a spreadsheet like this automatically, which it will feed any topic that's posted in the community, anything that's replied to, will generate a new line. So instead of your employees or whoever's managing the community having to go in and checking every page, they can kind of see this and manage, see what kind of posts are getting replies and which ones aren't. So we'll post a link to how to set that up when we post this class to the community, and you can check it out there. So we spoke a little about the general best practices. You guys wanted to know how to spark engagement and spark interest and maintain it. So some of the things we've seen is having onboarding posts from the start. These are basically very easy posts for advocates to reply and comment on. So things like just introducing yourself or asking for some cool websites that they like. Anything that is helpful to them, just things that wouldn't take them a lot of time and don't require a lot of investment from their part just as they come in for the first time. Another important best practice to get attention is, like Alice spoke about, is to listen to your advocates. So I have an example here. A customer posted something that says, my dashboard isn't working. Is anyone else experiencing this? So in addition to replying like she did, that it sounds like a bug, she can actually use a Zapier integration as well to log that as a support case, which would automatically create a ticket for the support team, and they can then respond to it as they would with any issue. So you can see that all done here. Again, we'll post a link to how to set that up for you. Next, we also want to obviously be posting relevant and interesting topics. What I mean by that is that you're probably going to have multiple types of groups in your hub, which means that they're not all going to be having the same interests, and you might have a very different kind of relationship with them. So if somebody asks what kind of topics, what kind of posts are appropriate, it really depends on who your end users are. So in your employee community, for example, if you have a very kind of casual relationship where it's okay to make jokes and things like that, you can have posts where it's posting a funny video, interesting, funny GIFs, what have you. For customers, again, it depends on what their interests are, so you have to understand whether they want to be looking at having a part in the product that you're selling, whether they want to be giving features and feedback, or whether they just want professional tips. So you can set up a weekly tip forum. And what's important with that is, again, to take action on those things. So an example of one of the hubs that was doing this was they had a forum for feature suggestions, and then they had another forum where it was implemented feature suggestions, where they went back and they're posting the things that they've implemented based on customer suggestion. And it really shows the advocates that their voice is being heard. With employees, you can have things like planning events, like offsites, giving praise and acknowledgement, or anything to like asking for the lunch suggestions. Lastly, a very powerful thing you can do is leveraging events. So this is done in the VIP Hub a lot. When we had our AdvocateHub conference, we had a lot of things done before the conference, during the conference, and after. So things like asking for what people would like to see, giving tips that were useful from the conference, to anything afterwards saying what they might want to see next time, what should be improved. things like that. So that kind of concludes our best practices, but we wanted to take a look at specifically some questions that were raised in the challenge. So somebody said they have a concern that our clients are direct competitors. They won't want to share their best ideas in the community. Nancy answered that's a great question, and I think the best way to address this is, again, through segmenting into different groups. So if you know that if you have a specific group in your hub for your competitors, or you know that some of your customers might have relationships with your competitors, you might not want to give them access to the specific forums where you're talking about your future features. And it's as easy as that. I also encourage you to post in our community and ask kind of how other admins are handling this. I'm sure that they have different ways of managing it as well.
Okay, so Kimberly asked, do admins have the ability to delete inappropriate posts and replies? And my answer is yes. So if you want to delete or edit some inappropriate replies that advocate or customer has already posted, you can go directly to the comments, and on the right side you'll see that little setting wheel which I just showed you in the demos, and click on that. You can edit or delete the post, which really gives you a really powerful as an admin that you can really manage your active community well.
So I think we actually answered the last one there, kind of impromptu. So I'd like to take a moment to just take questions from anybody in the chat. We'll see if we can hopefully answer them for you.
I have a question for Nancy. When you send to community, the advocate does not need to go back to challenges to complete and get the points? Yes. So when you have a challenge created with the stage, reply to community, what advocate sees is when they open up the challenge, they will see reply now, that little button. As soon as the advocate clicks reply, it will direct them to that community posting, which they can reply and post something. As soon as they post, the points will be automatically given to them. So they don't need to go back. It will be just automatically given. Let's see if there's any other questions.
I don't see any questions here right now. But I'm just getting an example that's coming into my head from just a best practice in terms of taking action on your customers. This is just something you can do. One of our customers had basically a challenge where it was asking people to submit questions that they wanted the CEO to answer. What they did then was they took those questions, they created a forum post with all the answers, and then they created a new challenge encouraging people to go to the community and engage in further conversation about those answers. So that's a really great way to kind of integrate your challenges with your forums and maintain the conversation with your customers.
So Sarah just asked, is there flexibility with formatting the text in community posting? My answer is also yes. You can bold your text, and you can underline, italicize. As we mentioned, you can add images, GIFs. It's very powerful. You can also add videos, and there's a lot to play around with it.
So I just posted a message. If anyone has any other questions right now, feel free to ask. Oh, there we go, Kimberly. Can we attach documents to topics in the community? At the moment, you can attach actual physical files. You can only embed things from other external sources, but that is something that's on the roadmap for our product team that they are going to be releasing very soon.
If there's any questions.
Oh, so something else I can speak to about getting new users into the hub as a byproduct of the community. You can have your community be set to public. So if anybody enters the link of your hub and enters community at the end, and if they're not an advocate or a nominee, they can actually just view all the posts, but they cannot interact with anything. And if they want to reply to a post or make a comment, create a new post, then they're asked to sign up, at which point they'll be created as a nominee. And based on kind of the things that they're posting, what they're asking, you can decide whether you want to invite them as an advocate and reach out to them. Okay, so I see another question from Sarah Bolt. She's asking if it's possible to @mention others on your team, like for a customer success manager to chime in. That, again, is not a feature right now, but I know that our product team has put that on the roadmap to be able to mention other people on the admin side from the company, as well as any other advocates. If you have someone that you know in the hub, you can mention them if you think that they might like the post that you're commenting on. That's definitely something that will be put in the future. So I think that looks like nobody's posting any more questions, so we can end it off right here. But again, we are going to be posting this into our community, so we encourage you, if you have any questions that come up later, feel free to post them there, and we'll definitely have someone responding to you.
Yes, so later on we'll post a challenge that directs you to the community posting, which you can complete. And also, if you have any questions, you can go on the knowledge base article to read about it, or send us an email at support@intuitive.com. Thank you.
Thanks for watching the Advocate Hub class. Be sure to click the subscribe button below. Also, check out some of the other classes on the right side.